How's it going, guys? Apologies, give me 1 second. Just let me know if you can hear me before we get into this. Just having a little bit of trouble here with Streamlabs. So just give me a second to try to figure this out. Restore overlay. There we go, cool. Okay, cool. All right. Let's make sure we're on Do Not Disturb. Let's jump back and Ascended. All right. All right, let's see. All right, cool. That's working. All right. Let's just make sure we got everything set with this. Cool. All right. There we go. How's it going, guys? Just trying to get everything all set up here. Apologies for the delay. This was supposed to be at 7, but fell a little behind here. Just let me know if you can hear me before we get started here. Let's make sure we're all good here. Cool. Yeah, got enough food. Turn the camera. Oh, that's right. That's on the Argent. You're good. Okay. All right. I'll bring you guys back in a second. Come on. Let's get that inside the Argent. Let's get the camera set. All right. I think we're good to go here. All right. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Let's Check Out Ragnarok Part 2. So pretty much, guys, obviously Ragnarok came out last night, this morning, not really sure, I guess, depending on where you are. We did a live stream earlier today, just checking out the map and everything like that. And, yeah, honestly, this map is huge. So, I did want to go ahead. We did about a 2.5, maybe 2-hour live stream earlier today, showing a part of the map, but we only got to about halfway, honestly. So, I want to jump on maybe for another 1.5 hours, maybe 2 hours, and take a look at the rest of the map, honestly. So, really excited to have you guys along with me. Really excited to be here. We got a few people in chat right now. Welcome, everybody. If you guys were here for the previous live stream and you're coming back, obviously you'll know kind of where we are. We are currently in the desert here. If you're brand new, if you haven't seen Ragnarok yet, I highly suggest going back and watching the previous live stream, unless you already know a little bit about Ragnarok and everything, but this map is gorgeous, guys. I mean, honestly, this map is just... Look at that. Just look at that. Take that in for a second. And of course, if you guys aren't aware, if you're not familiar with the channel, first of all, welcome. Second, I play on the Xbox Series X, so just to kind of give you an idea how the game is looking and everything, and yeah, this looks great, honestly. But just to give you guys an idea of kind of where we've been, you know what, I'm actually going to jump into here to give you a better idea. This is kind of what we've covered so far. Unfortunately, just the size of the map, it can barely fit on the furthest zoomed out. But yeah, we basically started up near Blue Ob. We kind of went around near the volcano, but then we kind of started coming a little bit south, kind of towards where Green Ob was. Then we saw that there was a new island over by the swamp, so we went there. Then we kind of trickled our way down here, and we are now currently in the desert. So I think what we're actually going to do is we're going to kind of just continue up here along the Redwoods, and eventually, yeah, we're going to be over in the Highlands. We might eventually also go ahead and kind of jump into the middle of the map too. Now, I will let you guys know that with the murder snow area, kind of where it says death number 5, I don't know why it says that. We haven't died on here. Those are places that I've died over on the island, funny enough. That is the murder snow area, and we don't really have the resources in order to go in there. So we're going to try to cover everything on this map except for the snowy regions. I just don't think it's going to be possible. But guys, like I said before, welcome to the live stream. Excited to have you guys here. Hopefully you're enjoying this so far. And if you were here for the previous live stream, I hope you're enjoying the Ragnarok experience. But yeah, let me know your thoughts about Ragnarok in the comments. If you guys have been on here on Rag, let me know how it's been going for you. Personally, so far with the previous live stream, you guys can attest to it. No problems. I mean, honestly, it's been pretty cool, honestly, checking out this map. And it really does show us how far this map has come, honestly, from the original one. Don't get me wrong, the original one, it's just nostalgia. It's a great map, but yeah, this map really just shows you how outdated Ragnarok honestly was. Looks like that, hopefully I get this right, Loping Chief has been having issues with Ragnarok. If you kind of want to go into detail on that, would love to know. Are you playing on single player? Are you playing on servers? You know, I'm not going to make the excuse of playing on servers or anything, but I'm going to assume that they're going to have a few more problems than single player would, right? You know, you should run a dedicated server for you and chat. So I've done that kind of in the past. Ooh, wait a second. Before we get into that thought, what's going on down here? What are you? Wait. Is that one of those, like, are those one of, like, the Drakelings or Dragonlings, whatever the heck they're called? That 100% is. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, look at it, just spitting out fire. Oh, that's so cool. Those things are cool, man. I have kind of watched a couple of videos on how to tame them. They're, it's a pretty interesting tame, not gonna lie. I don't think it's something we're gonna take a look at in the live stream here. It does take a little bit of finessing, but nevertheless, this is a pretty cool spot, honestly. This spot was back in Ragnarok, or the Ark Survival Evolved version. I remember a little bit more with this, if I'm going to be. What is going on with the Dinosuchus, too? What? Why is it taking down? What's attacking the... What is going on here? We got this little Drakeling, or whatever the heck you want to call it, literally just obliterating everything. I can't even get an eye of what level it is. But yeah, look at him. He's just going nuts on everything. Crazy. I feel like back in Ark Survival Evolved, this area was kind of more of a farm area, right? If I'm not mistaken. I don't know. I feel like it had a little bit more vegetation and stuff with it. But, you know, it still looks pretty cool. Oh, my God, there's Pegos. Were Pegos always here? Huh, interesting. Okay, so kind of to touch upon what Jesse mentioned, you should run a dedicated server for you and chat. If you guys have been on the channel for a while, you know that we have done that, and it has not worked out. No, not that it hasn't worked out or anything, but honestly, that's the problem. Just servers are expensive, and the fact that now Nitrado is the only ones that do have servers, it's really freaking expensive, man. And unfortunately, I don't have, like, a sponsorship or anything with them. I don't really get too much. I don't get free servers or anything like that, so it's not like there's a financial backing or anything to help me out there, you know? But yeah, that's unfortunately the way it is. We've done it before on the channel. I have tried to do that. Any channel members can be specifically in the server just to kind of help out financially in that sense. And yeah, it still just doesn't seem to work out, unfortunately. So I don't know, maybe in the future, if the channel keeps growing and everything, maybe that's something we'll look into. We'll get a little creative on how to let that go. But yeah, at least for the time being, it's not necessarily going to happen. Okay, so playing single player PS5. Had ghost rocks and trees. Oh, yeah. I heard about this. That, yeah, a lot of people are having these, like... I think it's PlayStation specifically. I could have sworn the last person that told me about it also was playing on PlayStation. But nevertheless, if you guys aren't familiar with what's going on, apparently when people are either hitting rocks and trees, they're either disappearing, but they're not really disappearing, and you're not even getting the resources for it. It's almost like the object isn't even there. There's other people that are having their trees and rocks spawn inside their base, and there's no way to get rid of them. It's like this, I don't know, it's like a bit of an issue, and I haven't had it, thankfully, on Xbox. It's crazy to me, like, Here's the crazy thing, guys. Obviously, look, I'm just a gamer. I just play these games. I have no idea how all this stuff runs. I can never make a game or anything, but it always intrigues me when you have certain platforms and everything that end up having problems that other platforms haven't had. It's really... And I'm not trying to say that in a dick kind of way. I'm actually really intrigued, like realizing, hey, why is this platform having this issue, but this platform isn't, and this platform's having an issue, but neither of the other ones are? You know what I mean? It's just, it's interesting to me. And I don't know. Not that I would ever learn how to do all that kind of stuff. There's no way. I don't have the mental capacity for learning how all this works and everything. Plus, I don't have the hardware space in order to even download the dev kit and all that to try to figure that out anyways. But nevertheless, yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things that's always intrigued me, for lack of a better term. I know I keep saying it, but all right, so we're going to take a look at this area, because personally, I really like this area. I have always felt like that it was a little too, lack of a better term, one-dimensional back in Ragnarok, where there wasn't a lot of trees, there wasn't a lot of vegetation. It was just dirt, you know what I mean? But it does look like that they added a little life to this area, which I really like. The only problem I've ever had with Ragnarok, honestly, is there's just so many good places to build a base that you kind of just get decision fatigue, you know what I mean? And you're just like, oh, I would love to build here. I'd love to do something on this little platform. But wait, we could do something down there. You know what, though? We can also put a base right next to the water. You can name 100 different places to literally go ahead and make a base, honestly. Like, I mean, hell, even this spot right here really isn't that bad. I mean, if you're looking at the visuals, you got a freaking waterfall right in the background. You got one little path in and out. That's kind of cool. You don't have to go crazy big with this base. You can make like a little hut or something like that. Speaking of which, I did not make a video on this today, but I kind of want to see if it ended up getting fixed. So I was 100% planning on making a video about the template hammer. Yeah, the problem is I can't actually unlock it or anything. And the sad part is the template ladder is literally the one item I was most excited about with this update and everything, or the expansion pass rather. And if you guys are curious why I can't actually do it, I have the vanilla with sprinkles mod put on, which does automatic engrams, and for some reason, whether it's the mod needs an update or something like that, it's not unlocking the template thing. So but it's really cool, honestly. I saw a couple of videos on it already. The template hammer is like the greatest thing when it comes to building. Honestly, it's so freaking cool, and I'm really excited to check it out once I get it to freaking work, honestly. The one thing I was really excited about, and the one thing I was worried about, but then I saw that it does actually have it, is in the trailer when they showed it off, they showed like default builds, like the Viking Longhouse and stuff like that, and I was like, are we going to get access to those? That would be really, really cool. And yes, I can confirm you do get access to all of those original default ones. And then you have what's called local, which is yours specifically that you want to upload, which I think is really cool. It's a really nice touch. But yeah, the default ones even look so freaking cool. And they have like 20 default ones at your disposal ready to go, which is really awesome, honestly. I'll be honest, this area of the map has always scared the crap out of me on Ragnarok, because I always feel like there's a Wyvern in the area here. And I know I'm kind of just going guns a-blazing in here, but there's a lot of Pteranodon. I don't know if anybody else has seen that. Oh my god. There's so many Pteranodon here. There's a couple of dire bears. It's kind of cool. What level, by the way? 55, 135, not bad. A lot of Pteranodons. Jesus. Wow. Okay. I see something that looks like a path up here, so I want to see where that leads to. I feel like this, whether it's this or whether it's a different spot, there is a cave over here. I don't think it's under the waterfall, though. I think there's an actual, like, cavern kind of thing. Is this it? I don't think it is. No, it's not. Okay. Certainly not that. There is a cave somewhere over here, though. But yeah, at least from what I remember with Evolved Ragnarok. I know it's going to be a little bit weird me saying Ragnarok. Am I talking about Evolved or Ascended, I guess. This cave was pretty cool. It was kind of just an interesting location. I think that's really what the biggest thing about it was. It also had a water source inside of it, from what I remember. I feel like I'm kind of in the right area. I could be completely wrong if I'm going to be honest. Oh, Bigfoot. I could have sworn there was, but maybe I'm in the wrong spot. Oop, there's a Carno. Cool. That's okay. If we don't spot every single thing on this map, it's not the end of the world. The only problem is, of course, this is the murder snow up here. You know what? Screw it. Let's see how far we can go into murder snow. We can always turn around. We got plenty of stam. I was going to say, imagine they got rid of murder snow. Okay, so it's at 20 degrees. That's not bad. You know, like, it could be worse, let's be honest. And I do have some armor with me. So let's see. Is this going to be able to pull it off? I don't think so, but might as well try. Can I not put the stuff on? There we go. Oh, wow. Okay, so we can survive on this. Awesome. Yeah, griffins are breedable also, which is really cool, honestly. I would love to get a griffin today. I don't think we're going to be doing any taming or anything like that specifically. Oh, God, we're... Okay. Now we are in murder snow. Okay. Negative 65 degrees. Jesus. I'm glad they kept that. I'm really glad they did. Yeah, I knew unicorns were breedable and everything. But yeah, unicorns on this map, it's just... They're synonymous. It's, you know... But yeah, I'm really excited about the griffin breeding, honestly. They probably nerfed him a little bit, but that's okay. I always felt kind of weird in Ark Survival Evolved that there were certain creatures that weren't breedable. You know what I mean? Like, I thought at the end of the day, when Evolved was officially going to be done, that every creature was going to be breedable, but it is what it is. I guess they went ahead and just said, okay, screw it, we'll put it in the Ascended version, which is, of course, what we got with the Griffins, but... Yeah, I was really surprised. What can you not breed in Evolve still? There are a couple of creatures that you can't breed. Am I right in saying that? Karkanos you can breed, right? Obviously unicorn. Obviously griffins you can't breed in Evolved. But there are a couple of creatures in Evolve that you can't breed. At least I feel like I remember that there's a couple you can't breed. But anyways, yeah, we're in the middle of the map right now in Hedana or something like that it's called? Hedana, yeah. This place is... Oh, man. This place is great. If you ever wanted the Giga, this is where you'd come. We did take a look through this area earlier in the live stream. There were no Gigas, just a Karch. But, yeah, I mean, honestly, how are you guys liking the map so far? I'm absolutely loving it. Granted, we're not on ground level or anything. We haven't really took this map and went ahead and did a little bit of a playthrough here with it. We're kind of just flying around, looking at everything, kind of oohing and eyeing and all that. But I gotta say, just visually from the start, this map is incredible. In-freaking-credible. And that's a 145 female Griffin. Interesting. Oh, God, what the hell happened to you? Did you see that? The galley just literally ran and jumped off the... Oh, my God, crazy. That's right, the basilisks you can't either. That's right. That's it, then? Why did I feel like there were so many creatures? A playthrough using only mythical creatures. So here was kind of my plan, and this is what we were talking about in the earlier live stream today. Here's kind of what I was thinking. I don't necessarily want to do a separate playthrough or anything like that because, of course, the idea with this character is this character right here is going to move from map to map and basically go ahead and eventually get Mjolnir over on Fjordur once we get to that point, of course, and everything. That's going to take a while, but I was kind of thinking, and we were talking about it a little bit earlier, maybe temporarily leaving the island for a bit, coming over here and just kind of playing through it and everything. Now, granted, of course, our character's level 88, so it is what it is, no big deal, but it does give us a bit of a fresh experience. I know I was really trying to keep with the, all right, we beat the island first, then we move on to Scorch, then we would move on to the center, then we would move, you know, kind of doing things in order, but this map looks great, guys. This map looks really freaking... I mean, come on, look at that. Look at that. I think kind of where we were at, though, with it was kind of trying to decide if I was to do this, leaving the island, coming over here, am I coming over here fresh, meaning I'm still level 88, but I do not bring any items over, and we start from bottom and work our way up? Or do I take over maybe 2 tames, maybe 4? Do I take over everything that I currently have on my character? What do we do? You know what I mean? So, still trying to figure that out. I personally don't know which direction I necessarily want to go with the series or anything. But, you know, while playing the Ark Survival Evolved series that we've started to go through on the channel here, I don't know, it's kind of got me in... I really like the idea of just being able to be free and being able to jump from map to map whenever I want. It's been refreshing, if you will, so I don't necessarily know what direction I want to take this series yet. I also don't want both series to kind of become stagnant, you know what I mean, where we're kind of doing the same thing we are over there, just in a newer game. So that's where I'm kind of a little, I'm not sure which direction we're going to go in yet. But yeah, by the way, guys, just let me know if you can hear the background and everything. Like, you can hear the, I don't want to say music, but just the scenery and all that of Ragnarok. I really don't know what to call it. But yeah, just let me know. Again, it's been a while since I've live streamed and stuff like that, so just want to make sure all the settings and everything are right. But we are basically getting really close to the volcano here. And then we are going to probably go Volcano first, then the Highlands. I'm going to be honest, guys. I don't know if I really want to check out the Redwoods because I have really bad luck in the Redwoods. So, I don't know. I don't necessarily know if I want to check out the Redwoods per se. I would love to check out the Volcano. I think it's going to be very, very scary, so maybe we're going to be really high up. But I don't know yet. I mean, there's just so many great places on this map. I honestly don't think, even in the, let's just say we go an hour and a half, 2 hours, plus the 2 hours that we did today, I really don't think we're going to be able to cover 100% of this map. That's the crazy part. This map is massive. Now, of course, guys, in the last live stream, we did end up seeing a Karkanos, which I believe Karkanoses were not in Ragnarok Evolved. Let me know if that's correct or not. I'm actually kind of curious, because I've kind of been on the fence thinking like, oh, maybe I have seen them. Maybe I haven't seen them, you know? I don't think they were, if I'm going to be honest, but we did end up seeing them. So, kind of surprised by that. Don't know if we have aberrant creatures here. That would be really interesting, honestly. We haven't come across them or anything yet, and I haven't really seen any news of anybody saying that aberrant creatures are on the map. So, I don't know. Bring the basic items and a horse. I feel like at that point, if I'm just bringing basic items, because, I mean, let's be honest, I have a Ascendant Hatchet. Like, is that considered basic? You know? I feel like if we're talking basic, being like primitive stuff and whatever, I might as well just go ahead and just not bring anything over, just my character, and start fresh, if I'm gonna be honest. But I don't know. We'll kind of iron out the details, and we'll see if that's the direction you guys want to go with, too. Because as much as I might enjoy that, you guys might not, and then the series may tank. So I want to make sure that we're all on the same page here before we make that kind of decision. Now, is that sulfur right there? No, that's crystal. Interesting. Okay. I don't know why it looked like sulfur. All right. So we're getting close to... Yeah, we're starting to run out of stam a little bit here, but I do want to take a look around this area. I kind of want to see... Apparently there's pyromanes here. Now, see how that ground is that kind of texturing? When there's a volcano and when it's going to erupt, Is that going to change to lava? By the way, where is the official volcano? Because here's the... okay, so there's the Highlands. There's a white drop. See, like, yeah, like right now it's just stagnant. Huh. What is that, by the way? Huh, I don't even know what that is. But yeah, see, there's like that right there. And there's a saber literally on top of it. That's interesting. Okay, so I guess the volcano just erupts at certain times. So right now it's okay, but once it's going to erupt, that's when things are going to get a little crazy. Yeah, there's lava down there. Oh, that's weird. Isn't it? Uh-oh. Wait. Am I just seeing this lava for the first time, or is it starting to poke up? Because we might be in a bad situation if it's just starting to poke up now. No, I just think it's kind of there. Okay, that's interesting. Huh. Yeah, I don't know what to look for when potentially this is going to erupt or anything. And I don't really know how common it is. Okay, well, let's just keep going. Let's get over to the Highlands. Let's check that out. I know it's getting a little bit late here. We're currently looking at 2047. Oh, good. This is called the Volcano Tippy Top. The Tippy Top. Okay, sounds good. Not just the top, the Tippy Top. So, okay, so the Wyvern Trench is a little different than what I'm used to. Because I see part of trench there. Okay. Nah, it's a white drop with a ring around it. I'm not doing that drop. Nah, we're not going for that drop. I'm better than that. Sometimes. So yes, there is Pyramane. Yeah, I talked about this. It makes sense. I'll be honest. It makes sense. I mean, obviously, the biggest issue is that it's a paid creature, which is why it's a little... I don't know. I'm a little on the fence about having it on the map. I get it. But let's see. All right. Let's park here for a minute. I remember this being one of my favorite spots in Evolved also. And is... That's a Pronto. Okay, good. Okay. Whew, that could have been bad. This was one of my favorite spots in Ragnarok because this used to be lined with metal. I don't know if you guys remember that, but there used to be metal rocks lining this entire border. And crazy enough, it looks like they took them out. That's nuts. I mean, it's a great place to build. It's relatively flat here. It's awesome. You don't really have a lot of threats because they would have to kind of work their way up this way. Now, are these going to be... Let's have a quick look here just to see. Don't worry, we'll get some drops here eventually. Just, I'm not going to go for a white drop with a ring around it, especially being in the lava biome. No. So these are not silk. Huh. Okay. Interesting. Can you still get silk here? Oh my god, if they took the silk out. Alright. Let's see. I mean, there is a ton of these bushes. Do I have to pick them by hand now to get silk? Ah, that seems silly, right? No. Okay. Nope. Alright, no more silk there. Huh. It's interesting. Alright, so... couple of things have certainly changed. We got Pyramanes back in just literally the middle of the map. That does make a little bit of an issue when taming horses. Speaking of horses, I think... No, we got the bison. Okay. Well, okay. What's with the light change? Huh, okay. So if you actually can't get silk up here in the Highlands anymore, that's going to be really interesting. I mean, it's not a deal breaker or anything, but it's just interesting, you know? I kind of assume these plants were going to be our... Is it the red plants? Just seems kind of silly that something this small... Okay, so those are actual plants, but it's not... No. Just normal plants, okay. Alright. Hey, we got sheep! Nice! Oh, we got baby sheep and everything. Oh, this is great. You know how hard it was to find friggin' sheep on Ragnarok in, Evolved? Oh my god. 150. Jeez. Well, if I needed sheep, I guess. Now, I'm kind of curious how far... I'm curious to see how far the Pyramanes and stuff will come out. Because it could make or break this area, if I'm going to be honest. If they're able to get pretty far out, then just taming an Equus in the area is going to be nearly impossible. You know what I mean? Because they just seem to... Those things seem to just aggro on everything at crazy distances, so... But let's see here. Let's see what's going on. It is going to be a little foggy, so it might be a little bit tough to see, but we'll do our best. Tell me that's a fucking unicorn. You gotta be kidding me. First friggin' horse I spot is a unicorn. Oh, it was bound to happen. All right, well, let's keep looking around the area that we're familiar with, and then we'll head over to the new island, because I definitely want to check that out. The bison are kind of interesting here, I'm going to be honest. I was kind of assuming a faux... Hello, Mr. Giga. You're going to tell me your level? 95. Not sure what the 95s are all about now. But yeah, I'm actually really surprised that we don't have... Yeah, look, they completely replaced... Oh no, these actually might be silk flowers now. Are these the silk flowers? Ah. Okay, interesting. So at least we're looking for blue. I mean, maybe in the light they are purple. Interesting. Okay, we got a Giga over here. That's always fun. We had to assume there was going to be one. Ah, the Ragnarok waterfall. Look at that. All right, moment of truth. Did they ever put anything behind this waterfall? Come on. No, I could already see the... No. Really? Come on. All right, let's see. This was always pretty cool. This leads you into the Redwoods, though. Whoa, 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 wait. The lighthouse is gone? Huh. Okay. That's... Huh. Okay, well, we're heading over there next. Wow. Okay, that's... Did they just put it somewhere else? I know there's other lighthouses around the map and everything, which is fine, but... I don't know, I felt like... Wait, is it that and it's just broken down? No, that's a rock. Wait, that's new too. That was never there. Oh, that's an expansion on the Redwoods. Oh my god, so much to see. All right, one thing at a time here. Let's kind of keep looking over this area first because, of course, waterfalls and stuff. Gotta look that over first. Hello, Equus. What level are you? 145. Not bad. Not too shabby. Oh my god, this looks so much different. So much different. Oh my god, it's like I don't even recognize this anymore. Like, I mean, the spires and stuff I do. But I'm trying to pinpoint, like, okay, this spot on Evolved is right here, and you know what I mean? Like, okay, do they still have the... Okay, so... Did they get rid of the little cave? Or is it still there? Oh, it's still there. Is there... Nothing bad is around us, right? No, I think we're... Okay, so they kept the little crystal cave in here. That's cool. Okay, so we have access to crystal. That's interesting. I love the water effect. Huh. It's cool. Okay. Yeah, it kind of looks similar to... It kind of looks similar to what we know as the Highlands, but then it just has, like, this section. Like, this section is crazy. We got a bridge that goes over to a completely different section? This is so weird. This is really weird, guys. Because I'm trying to get an idea. Okay, so... Because this river wasn't here before. Now, I'm trying to think. If you spawn in the Highlands, where are you spawning in now? Is it this cove? Yeah. So this is the cove you would spawn in the Highlands. Do we have the basilos on the beach still? Tell me that's a basilo right there. That's certainly something. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get close enough to see. Is it? It's not. What are you? That does look like a basilo, though. But I don't think we have, like, the dead basilos. That is a basilo. Ah, they put them in the water. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. All right. So it's not going to be washed up on the beach. Okay. So this is where you normally spawn in if you spawn in the Highlands. Wow, this is so different. Okay. Now, if I wanted to go to the evolved base that I have set up, that's going to be over here. Oh, Jesus, I almost ran into the cart. Okay. That's a thing. What level are you, by the way? Oh, my God. 55. Okay, not bad. All right. All right, so my area is still here. Oh, they did this area kind of dirty. Oh, man. There used to be so many rocks and everything here. Just gave it more of a hilly landscape. I guess it's okay, but they kept this area. Okay. Yes, the Highlands waterfall is still there. We'll kind of pass on by that again. Yeah, I will say so far, this is probably the only area that I'm not 100% thrilled with. Just this area right here. I'm not talking about the Highlands. I'm saying this area in particular. I feel like it could have been done a little bit better, but that's okay. That's okay. All right, so heading up here, I think the biggest shock that we're in for is... Oh, the lighthouse is here. Okay, maybe we just weren't... Okay. Okay, I don't know. All right, so the farm is still here. That's cool. All right, they actually made it even flatter, which is kind of crazy. I kind of liked having... What is going on over there? Oh, it's a couple of aloes inside of each other. That's what it is. Okay. I was like, why the hell is that one changing colors? I liked originally with the lighthouse. Oh, my God. I liked originally with the farmhouse how it almost had, like, everything was in rows. You also had kind of a little path here that kind of brought you up to the house and everything. I like this area. I just think that it did look a little more clean in Evolved. But I guess the biggest question is, where's the rock carrots and where's the savaroot? So is it all just kind of mixed in? Because this looks like savaroot. Okay, you're going to have to really dig through this to find rock carrots and savaroot. That's not good. All right, so clearly I'm on a savaroot line, which means this should be a rock carrot line. Oh, okay, yeah, there's rock carrots. It's just a matter of picking the right leaf. Okay, so they're here. But okay. But yeah, lighthouse and everything is still here. Is that another? Why am I hearing like... What am I hearing? I don't know. Okay. Is the skill tree character-based or account-based? I'm going to assume... I don't have the answer to this, but I'm going to assume it's character-based. I assume if we went ahead and started a brand new character, let's just say hypothetically, brand new character, we do a Ragnarok series, I'm going to assume that I can just use my points whatever way that I want. I don't think it's going to be necessarily based on, well, this character here already has points in X. I don't think those points would carry over. I'm going to assume it's based on each character that you would make if you wanted to have separate characters. I want to take a look in here and see what's going on. And then, yeah, we're going to check out the new area, of course. So there's nothing in here. Interesting. Okay. I would assume there'd be something. Are we getting like a thunderstorm right now? Is that what I'm hearing? Give me a second, guys. I'm just going to turn the volume up on my end. Hopefully you guys... Yeah, what is that rumbling sound? Like, I feel like if it was the volcano, I feel like we would see... I feel like... I don't know. I don't know. Let me know, guys. What is that sound? What am I hearing? Is that just wind? Like, I don't know. Okay. Thinking about the same thing, but dreading the... Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to assume it's character-based. I think that just makes the most sense. But I could be completely wrong. Gonna be honest. Could be completely and utterly wrong. It might not be. But I'm going to assume it is. How do you change your icon colors? What do you mean icon colors specifically, just so I know? Are you talking about kind of on the side where you see the health bar, the stamina bar, the food bar, like all those kind of colors? Is that what you're asking? Oh, wow. They really did up this cave. I don't know if you guys remember, this cave had like the massive pillars right in the middle of it, and that was it. I mean, granted, there's not much to this cave, but I still like it. They added a couple of little trees, added a couple of those organic poly plants, which is cool. Do we have a carcanos in here? There might be a carcanos somewhere down there. So yeah, if you want to go ahead and change those colors, that is a mod specifically. Why can't I remember the name of it from the top of my head? I think it's Cliffin that does it. If you type in Cliffin, it is Cliffin. I'm almost positive it's Cliffin. I think it's Cliffin. If you type in the mod page Cliffin, it's going to come up with a whole bunch of skins and stuff, and I think one of them is the HUD. I can't remember the exact name of it, I'm going to be honest, but it's something, it's Cliffin's HUD. It's something. It might just be called Cliffin's HUD, if I'm not mistaken. I would say probably just do a search for HUD, and you might find it that way. But yeah, it's a mod. All right, well, let's take a look at the brand new Highlands area, which is interesting, and I really hope you guys tell me what that sound is, because I'm either losing my mind or I'm hearing rumbling. I actually thought the cart was behind us when I originally heard it. But yeah, what is that sound? Is it... Sorry if the volume is really high for you guys right now. I'm just trying to get an idea of what the sound is. It's a thunderstorm. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh my god, it's a Dreadmare. Huh. I'm gonna be honest, guys. That's actually the first time I've even seen a Dreadmare. I was kind of assuming... Yeah, it's a level 20. How do you... I don't even know how to tame one of those. I don't even want that thing near me. I don't know if it's just gonna aggro on us. I don't know how that works. Is that a... Whoa, wait. We have cementing paste now in the Highlands? What? That's crazy. Oh my god. Here's what I want to do, guys. I actually want to head back over to the starting area here. It is rain. Really weird. It just sounds... Oh my god. It just sounds... Oh my god. All right, well, let's take a look at the purple drop here, see what we go. Oh my god, we got a whole bunch of stuff. All right, I'm going to take everything, then we'll kind of figure it out in inventory-wise. I don't need all this stuff. I don't need you. You're fine. I will keep you. I don't need you. I don't need this stuff. It's fine. I don't need you. I don't need you. I'm going to keep you. I don't need you. I'm going to keep you. Don't need you. Don't need you. Don't need you. Okay, we can put everything back. Okay. Anyways. Let's keep looking around here. But I definitely want to go back to the starting area where you would spawn in the Highlands, because I want to see if maybe they added a couple of those boxes and stuff in here. I don't know. Because if they actually go ahead and keep the boxes over here too, they didn't have that in Evolved, but if there's boxes here, this would be a really good starting area to come to. You know? Just get your metal tools right away and then you're good to go. Is that a second one or is that the same one we just saw? 95. That's a 50. That's a completely different one. Okay, so there's more than one apparently spawning in. Cool. Okay. Not going to go for a Dreadmare or anything right now, guys. Again, this is just recon. It's just looking at the map. We're not going to go ahead and do any taming or anything like that. So, at least not for... If we are going for a creature, it's for a map specific, like the bison or something like that. But, again, more planning on just looking over the map, just kind of giving you guys my thoughts, and kind of just hang out and shoot the shit, if you will. But, yeah, it's fine. We'll see some Dreadmares again. It's not the end of the world. We've already seen another one, so it's fine. Okay, so we got something new up here. There's going to be wyverns around this, isn't there? Because that's what's happened every other friggin' time we've seen a new castle or a new something to check out. Oh, we got some horsies. What level? 140. Not bad. Got some pretty cool colors, too. 25, of course, the nicest looking one. 25. All right, are you gonna be... Okay, so we don't have wyverns. That's good. I feel like every other castle we've seen so far has had wyverns around it. All right, let's have a look. Kind of sneak in. No, there's nothing here. That's unfortunate. Kind of hoping that there'd be something, right? You know, put an Easter egg. Put something in here. Give me a reason to explore this, you know? It's just like, why... I don't know. I don't know. I've always had my thoughts about that kind of stuff. It is what it is. Put a special item in there, you know? Put, yeah, and I'm not saying special, like, give me tech. Like, just give me a skin. You know, give me something. I don't know. Anyways, I guess we'll take a look at the rest of this. But yeah, I've noticed that these islands specifically, and I kind of talked about this in the last live stream, I get real Lost Island vibes from these. Like, this one reminds me of, on Lost Island, there's a certain place that has these, like, mountainous peaks, and I believe that's kind of where you can find your griffins, or you can find a decent amount of griffins. Yeah, that's what I'm getting this vibe from, honestly. I really hope we just don't see wyverns out of nowhere. Wyverns will ruin my day. Because this Argent is not at all fast enough to be able to compete with the Wyvern. So, we see a Wyvern, we're close enough, it aggroes, we're pretty much dead. That's it. Alright. Well, what's up here? Alright. A lot of metal, flat area. Oh my god, it just extends even more. It's like it never ends, this island. Jesus. Look at this. Okay. Look, we got like a small little guy over there. What's that for? Oh, we got a massive island over here. Got another small little one over there too. Jesus. The Highlands is massive now, honestly. I really don't even consider this Highlands. What are they considering this? High Shoubuster? Shoubuster? I don't know. Okay. Pick a friggin' name that I can pronounce. Alright, let's go take a look at the little island over here. Let's see. Alright. We got some Equi. 140, not bad. 55, not bad. 150, max level. And a 20. Alright. My only concern would be when trying to tame these equises, I mean, you're going to be grabbing rock carrot all the way over there. And then you got to make your way all the way over here. There's got to be a place to find rock carrots on this specific part of the map. Like, this specific area has to have rock carrots somewhere. And it probably does. It's just, it's not like, I just can't see it straight away. Like, with original Ragnarok, it was easy to find them. They've made it really obvious where they were. This one, they're kind of dialing them in, which I like, but I also don't like. Okay, so this right away screams an herbivore island to me. I mean, look at this. Every creature. I mean, it's just all over the place, but every creature is an herbivore. Interesting. Okay, so now we have potentially a second herbivore island. Okay, there's nothing really too much here. But still pretty cool. Got a yellow drop coming in. Is that rain ever going to stop? Or are we just going to have rain like the entire time now? Crazy. I feel like it's still going, isn't it? Alright. Is that a white or a yellow? Oh, that's a white drop. Okay. I thought it was a yellow drop. That's kind of why I made my way over here. But this kind of seems a little more... No, it's not. Okay. I was going to say, it seems more like a part of a Carno island for us, because there was just a lot of freaking carnivores, but I guess not. Okay. Yeah, there's just a lot going on here. Just a lot of creatures in general. Crazy. I like it. I kind of wish there were griffins in this area, not going to lie. But it is what it is. Let's just look up here, see if there's anything special. yeah, kind of soaking this all in. It's really interesting, honestly. It's like what we see in front of us now. Before looking at this new land that we're currently on, that is old Highlands. And everything we're on here is Showbuster. Whatever that means. I don't know. But, like... Whoa, there's a bridge. There's a castle. There's a bridge over in the Redwoods area. Crap. We have to check it out. No, why? Those more bison? Pretty sure, yeah. 50, 150, 95, 150, and it's a female. Oh, it's adolescent, though. Shit. Okay, so are they following the 150? We were kind of trying to figure this out before. If they follow the male or they follow the female. I think we have our answer here. Before we saw a 140 female, along with, I think, level 20s and 25 males. They were following the 140 female. In this case, the 150 male is being followed by everyone else. Because this male 150 is the highest level one. I think that's how it works. And I love how they kind of all single file line with each other. Look at this. So cool. So cool, this whole herding thing that they do. I would love to see that on more creatures, honestly. Like, maybe they are implementing that and I just haven't seen it yet. Like, what's going on with you? If you're a 150, I'll knock you out. You're by yourself. Oh, shit. Of course, you have to be by yourself. No! Alright. Well, with the stuff that I currently have, how the hell am I going to pull this off? I don't even have narcotics. I don't have anything that can get me narcotics. There's the treadmill. Looks really cool, honestly. It's really freaking cool. I'm going to eat my words right now because this 150 female I cannot tame. I don't have narcotics or anything, and I didn't bring any creature that could get us narcotics quickly. Damn. Alright, well, we're going to have to remember this 150 bison because 100% we have to tame that. And we got a male 150 right there. We have to tame that at some point. Whether it's going to be, most likely it'll be in episode form, but yeah. Gotta get our hands on that thing. But yeah, apparently the bisons are really good. It'll help with, it's kind of similar to like Wyvern milk, I think. I think it kind of has like, I think it actually just makes Wyvern milk. Obviously it's not called Wyvern milk, but it's the same exact thing. I think it's got a couple of other buffs too, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, definitely really interesting that you don't necessarily have to get Wyvern milk anymore to raise your Wyverns. You could get one of those guys, which is really cool. I think briefly we're going to go into the Redwoods. I don't want to. I don't like the Redwoods. I always seem to get knocked off by a Thyla when going in the Redwoods. But I do see a bridge there, which means there's a castle, which means there could be Wyverns, though. We'll have to see what happens. Alright. Yeah, we'll head in that direction. It's fine. But yeah, guys, this map is looking awesome. Look at the sky. Just look at that. Alright. Maybe they did improve the clouds. There was somebody mentioning that before, whether it was in this live stream or the previous one, that apparently clouds got improved somehow. I mean, they do look a little bit more realistic. Because that was my always biggest pet peeve with the Ascended clouds, and especially here on console and everything. They just looked, they didn't look that good, you know what I mean? But, I don't know, these are, look at that sky. Oh, man. This place is great. Alright, so, ooh, wait a second here. Is this not considered Redwoods anymore? This area up ahead? Look at that. That's like really bare. 5 in the morning. Good there. We made it through another night. Is this still going to be considered? It's got to be considered Redwoods, right? Huh. Coastal Redwoods. So yeah, this is still Redwoods. Interesting. Okay. Like I said, we're not going to go too deep in the Redwoods. I'm not getting jumped. Because it will happen. But yeah, from what you guys have seen so far, whether you've been a part of the first live stream and you're also, of course, a part of the second live stream here, whether you've just seen what we've done on this second live stream, what's your favorite part that you've seen so far? I'm going to be honest, I love the Highlands. I really do. It could be because of doing the previous live stream and still feeling a little tired from doing that one. I might be a little underwhelmed with the Highlands. I know that sounds crazy to say. I love the Highlands. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I do feel a little underwhelmed with that area, which is really surprising for me. I think so far my favorite area has probably been the canyons, the middle of the map. The canyons just look absolutely gorgeous, honestly. I think the bridge, the main bridge, looks great. I think this looks pretty cool already, not gonna lie. This is looking pretty interesting. It's not as redwoody as I thought it was gonna be, which I'm glad about. But of course, right when we get really close, that's when the wyverns are gonna spawn. Because that's what it seems like with every new castle that they added to this map. There's freaking wyverns. We've already seen poison wyverns in the swamp. We saw other wyverns on top of the... Oh, there's going to be wyverns on top of this mountain, aren't there? Alright, well, let's have a look anyways. Hopefully no wyverns. Now, of course, we're not going to be able to visit the underwater area. I don't have the resources in order to do that, so that's going to have to kind of remain a mystery to us. But I don't really remember too much underwater stuff. You know what I realized, too? I probably shouldn't have just went straight in here, because what if there's an area with, like, just bats and spiders and all that kind of stuff, and we just kind of walk straight into it? I didn't even think about that. But no, this just looks all abandoned and stuff. It's cool. It's really cool. But again, I just kind of wish there was something in here, you know what I mean? Like, whether it's just a piece of lore, whether it's just something, you know? But this is cool. This is really cool. I did see something glowing over here. I'm a little bit worried. Yeah, what is this? Oh, okay. Just a glowy mushroom room. Okay. I was a little bit worried. I just stumbled across like an artifact or something. I don't know. I see these glowy mushrooms and I think cave, right? But it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. Okay. This takes us up and out. Just trying to keep Iceman in our sights because we don't really know what the heck we're going to run into here. And now we're kind of back at the start. There's nothing really down here, right? No, this is the room we were in before. Okay, nah, there's nothing really going on. All right. Let's just go a little higher. Let's see what's at the top of this mountain. Please no wyverns. Why does it sound like we're still getting rain? Like, are we just in a never-ending cycle of rain? Oh, man. All right, well, let's have a look. We can have a look down, see if there's anything interesting that we haven't seen yet. It's cool. I'm kind of intrigued in checking that out that area, though. Because maybe we would get Redwoods creatures just out in the open, which might make it easier to try to tame Thyla without having to go into the desert. And apologies, guys. I know I keep kind of adjusting the sound and everything here. Whenever I do live streams and whenever I do videos, my sound is actually pretty low. Like, I personally can't really hear what's going on. But I don't know if me kind of turning my dial is causing it to go up and down during the live stream. So apologies for that if you hear the music or the sounds going kind of in and out here. But yeah, what is this area? No, it kind of just looks like normal creatures. Huh. I was kind of hoping maybe... Is that another bison? Oh, wow. They really threw them everywhere on this map. Oh, my God. Okay, cool. Cool. But all right, so that kind of covers the new maps or the new areas. I'm trying to think what else there really is to check out. I mean, we kind of covered all this side. I mean, I guess we can cover that little area right there. This massive area, I believe, is just the murder snow. I really don't want to go into the Redwoods. I'm trying to think what other areas I might want to check out. Can I get out of this, please? What's going on here? Why can't I get out of this setting? What's going on? There we go. Okay. So, okay. I have a spot that I want to check. We're going to have to kind of go across the desert this way. I guess as we're going across the desert, we will try to see if we can find a couple of those red loot crates. We ended up getting one back in the previous live stream. Hopefully we can find another one or two here. That would be cool. But if we can't, no big deal. It is what it is. No, 100%. I'm not going to forget the Ark Survival Evolved series. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm actually having a lot more fun with that series than I am with this one, if I'm going to be honest. Not to say I'm not having fun with the series. I don't want it to come off that way. I'm just having a lot more fun with the Survival Evolved. It's more nostalgia, specifically, that I've really been enjoying it, honestly. But I will say, this fresh new map and everything definitely has sparked a little more life in me to get back into more Ascended and to focus a little bit more on it. But yeah, I mean, this map looks great. I mean, I could say it 100 more times if you guys need me to. This map looks awesome. I mean, even the desert looks really good. I mean, come on, it's the freaking desert we're talking about. But we haven't necessarily seen it yet. It kind of looked like in the trailer that we would get the scorched earth kind of sandstorm kind of thing in the deserts. We haven't seen it yet or anything, but that would be kind of cool if that was the case. And there's a Giga. Giga in the desert. 55. A lot of Facilos in the desert, too. Oh, so here's the... Oh, wow, okay, so this is in a completely different spot. So this is the big dinosaur bone. So is the red loot crate over here, potentially? I feel like it was kind of near this, but it was along this sand dune line. So I guess we'll kind of ride this line. There it is. Okay, so the drop is here. Cool. Okay. And, of course, it's guarded with a fast level. Okay, what level? 140. Of course it's a 140. Why wouldn't it be? Why wouldn't it be like a level 20? All right, we're going to jump off. We're going to put everything... Nope, I don't even need that. All right, we're going to jump off. Oh, he aggroed. Okay. All right, let's get you out of here. Come on. I kind of need you a little bit further, buddy. Let's go. Yeah, this way. All right, yeah, go to town on you. Go, 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 go. Let's get really high up here. Did he lose aggro to me? Okay, I think he did. Go, 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 go. Let's see if we can prop ourselves right behind this. Hopefully there's no... Okay, we're good. Let's go. What do we got? Really? Really? That's what we got? Oh. So annoying. So annoying. But no, guys, we're not going to be doing any taming or anything specifically today. I know there's plenty of creatures I would love to tame on this map and everything, but not going to be happening today. Really, it's just the first impressions of the map, just looking around and everything. If we are going to tame anything, it's creatures that are either part of the brand new Lost Colony expansion pass, being like the... I don't even know what it's called, the little ferret-looking thing. There's something else. What am I forgetting? There's the ferret. There's the the little mini dragon. I think the ferret thing's the easiest to tame, I'm gonna be honest. We haven't seen really any yet because of course they're in the snow biome, so it's like an impossible area. But yeah, no, not gonna happen. No, we're not taming a fast one. No, we are 100% not prepared for that. The area that I want to go to is going to be... I'm just trying to map it in my head where it's going to be. I got to head this way. I guess I could just go straight over, actually. Let's do that. And I guess on the way, we could actually see if there is another red drop over there. If there is, great. We get another shot. But it's kind of crazy how these red drops are supposed to be, like, the best drops in the game, period, across the board. And we've gotten crap from them so far, honestly. Oh, man. Like, I'm sorry. That's not good. And that's not good either, if I'm going to be honest. But, whoops. Come on. There we go. Cool. All right. Let's keep going. But yeah, the one thing for me that I always loved about this map was just the diversity of creatures, honestly. I mean, the fact that you had Scorched Earth creatures on here, You had normal island creatures. I mean, it was just... And then, of course, you had the brand new creatures being like the griffin and all that kind of stuff. And then the unicorn, the equus, just all the areas and everything. Oh, my God. I love this map. This area is kind of interesting down here. So this area was here, of course, in original Rag, but I don't remember this much greenery on top. Huh. Cool. Down below, it's probably the same. They haven't really done anything too crazy with this area. Cool. I always like this area, though, if I'm going to be honest. But I don't want to get distracted. There's a place in my mind that I want to get to. There's two places, actually, that I want to get to. They're all in the same area, though. Oh, is that what they're called? The Veil Winds, right? Okay, so they appear on Aberration, or are they not, or are they... Like, do they spawn on Aberration, or do you mean it's annoying once they're over on Aberration? Like, if you tame them over here and then bring them over to the Aberration map. What do you mean by that? You've tamed some on Aberration. They are very aggressive. Interesting. Okay. I mean, and the reason why I say that they're probably the easiest is I've seen a couple of videos of other content creators kind of showing off how to do it. One just knocked out the creature. The other one just walked up and it said claim. So, I don't know. 145 Equus. That's cool. And that's a 140 Equus. Wow. Okay. But I don't know. Maybe they both got, like, really, really lucky or something like that. But, yeah. I don't know. I actually haven't even seen one, let alone figure out how the heck to actually tame it or anything like that. And the reason, at least, is I kind of assumed that they were only here on Ragnarok, at least to begin with. So, on Ragnarok, they're up in the snow, which is impossible for us to be in there right now. So, yeah. But we're going to head over this way. Hopefully we don't run into too many wyverns or anything. I think we'll be... Well, we certainly can't have that if we're going towards the wyvern areas. But I'm glad at least it happened now as opposed to happening a little bit later. But yeah, I think if you walk up to them nice and like calmly and everything like that, maybe you have to crouch or something. Is that a wolf? Yeah, that's a wolf. Okay. Okay, so this area I remember. And then this area up here is wyvern territory, so we got to watch out. Down there especially. This is the kind of like the wyvern cove. I don't know. Does it have anything? Dragon Isles. I mean, yeah, that tells you enough, honestly. Down that way is Dragon Isles. And yeah, there are a bunch of wyverns down there. At least they used to be. I don't know if they kept that pattern going or not. There is a way in over there, and we'll probably go ahead and take a look at that cave, because that cave is actually really, really cool. It's a bit risky, but that's okay. But first thing I want to do is head over here. Because over here was my old base location on Ragnarok, and I kind of want to take a look at it, see kind of what they did with the area. So, from what I remember is we kind of have this whole... I don't really know what you would call this area, just a decent amount of trees. We got a wreck, so okay, that's interesting. eventually there was a bit of a water source. It was almost like a bowl. Is it still here, though? Oh, here it is. Yeah, look at this spot. All right, we'll just park here for a second. The only thing is there's a lot of Microraptors in the area, so just got to keep that in mind. But yeah, this area was really cool. Pretty centralized base, too. This is roughly 6550 if you're interested in checking it out, but yeah, I remember going ahead and also putting, I can't remember what they were, Z-seeds? One of the seeds. I kind of just lined them all across the top here to try to keep stuff out of here, because it does get a little crazy in this area, I'm not going to lie. But, alright. Let's see if we can check out the cave near the Wyvern area. Really curious how that looks. And then there's another cave right over here, if I'm not mistaken. It's the cave that has, I don't think it's a cave, it's like a building or something. And it has all the names of the people that kind of contributed to the map, so definitely want to take a look at that, see what's going on with that area. You guys are taking on the rocks, okay. How do I get into... Hello, horse. Okay. How do I get into... Alright, where's that river? There's the river. That's how I remember. Just follow the river. And then you'll end up in that little cave. Alright, let's have a look here. Alright, gotta be careful. It is dark in here. This is... Oh, God. Why is it so dark? I almost don't want to go down there. Because I don't know how... Okay, no, it got a little bit better. There we go, okay. Woo! But yeah, this area is really cool, honestly. But the thing is, one of these paths I think you can take will actually take you into a wyvern nest area. So I don't want to go down that route right now. I also don't want to go out these doors either. I'd rather just go the way that we went out. I'd rather go the way out that we came in, I mean. Because, yeah, that could be really bad, honestly. Okay. Alright, well, that's the wyvern area. Or at least one of them. Once we're better equipped, we'll definitely take a look at that in the future. But for right now, nah, no shot. No freaking shot. But I think right up here is like a building. Yeah, there it is. Okay, cool. Yeah, this I definitely want to take a look at. There's a featherlight in there. That's kind of aberrant creatures. Wait. So there are aberrant creatures. Why are they in here? That's so weird. And that's a bullfrog. Just a normal bullfrog. Why do we have aberrant creatures in this area? That's interesting. So I guess if you want your light pets, this is where you would go. Okay. Alright, well anyways, let's take a look at the rooms, because I believe there's... Yeah, see, look. There's like names and stuff. That's cool. My name's not there. It's fine. Maybe eventually it'll get added. We'll see what happens. If it's here, I'm going to lose my shit. But I don't think it is, honestly. We'll have a look. We'll have a look and see. No, it's okay. I think there's a couple of other rooms in here, though, too. But yeah, I always like this on maps where they went ahead and kind of just put, like, names of people that contributed. Yeah, look at all this. Like, this stuff's cool, honestly. I wish a lot more maps kind of got this kind of love. Really cool. Let's see. How do I check out some of the other areas too? Let's see. What if I come down here? Are there names down here too? Oh my God, there's names down here too? Jesus! This is insane! It's going to take us like 10 minutes just to go through all these names. Oh my God. I'm going to assume each of these rooms... Yeah, here we go. Look at this. Okay, so they did do a Neebs thing. That's cool. Okay. And then, of course, Thick 44 in the middle. That's awesome. Really cool that they did that. Nice. Neil the Great Otter from ARP. Cool. Okay. Got a couple of other names here. I recognize a couple of these. Let's see. What about the other rooms? Watch, we're gonna get jumped by like a raptor or something. I mean, technically this is the aberrant area, so who the heck knows what else is gonna be in here? Speaking of raptors, right? Anything down here? No, nothing down here, but we do have shine horns. That's cool. So yeah, it does look like that aberrant creatures are on the map, but it does look like that it's probably very minimal. Yeah, we got a mess over down here too. That's cool. I am completely lost right now. I'm just going to let you guys know. I'm kind of just looking through each of the caverns. But I do think that's it with all the names and everything in here. But really cool. Like I said, I really like when maps and stuff do this. Just recognize the people that kind of helped them along the way, whether it was through... Why does that look like that's something I can get into? Doesn't that? Can I get the Argent in here? Hey, that's a... Hey, 150 dodo. Yeah, this waterfall... Whoa, wait a second. Interesting. But that definitely looks like something's up there, doesn't it? Can I get the Argent inside of this place? I mean, why not? You know, we're already here. Let's go nuts. Let's see if we can pull this off. How would you get in here if I needed you to get in here? This way? There we go. Okay. Now, how do I get you into that waterfall? There is something there. I'm trying to get you to land. Oh, God. Okay, we're meshing a little bit. No. Okay. Okay. Definitely not liking that. Alright. There's something up there. 100%. There's something up there. Can I park you, like... You're so close. So close. Oh, wait. There we go. Okay. Now, if I jump... Yep, that's what I was worried about. Oh, God. No, that's not what I want. No, 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 no. Not what I want. Oh, God. We're in trouble. Okay, you know what? Why don't I just do this? If I just put all this stuff on me, I can still move. We'll just cryo you, and we'll see if this takes us somewhere. Because maybe it does. Okay. Oh my God, this just leads outside. I was like, oh my God, we're in like a special area. Now we're just outside. Okay. All right, well, good to know. Okay, just wanted to make sure. Just wanted to make sure. Let's get back in there, though. All right, that's cool. So there's got to be more aberrant creatures in this map. There's no way this is all that they have here. Really cool, though, that they did give us the... dodo. They gave us the light pets especially, too. That's kind of cool. That's really cool. But, yeah. Is there anything else? I just kind of want to look around here. So we got all the names and everything. Cool. Okay. I mean, even this is cool, too. Just having, like, the sculptures of the monkeys and stuff on the side of it. I don't know. It just gives it a little more life and everything. But, yeah, this area is awesome. I love this area. What does this lead to down here? Nothing. Okay. Sounds good. Cool. We've kind of covered this. I think we're good to go. Hello, Meso. And I cannot go that way. Okay. So I guess we have to just go out the original way. That's cool. All right. Let's get you out here. I guess we'll kind of leave it as an open floor at this point. Is there any place that you guys want me to check out? Because, I mean, to be honest, we've covered most of the map here, except for obviously the Wyvern area we're not going to. We're obviously not going to be able to go into the snowy areas. So, is there anything that you guys would like to see before we potentially wrap this up? Because, I mean, honestly, we've covered a decent amount of this place. The map's gorgeous. Again, I'll kind of just give my final thoughts and everything here. The map's absolutely gorgeous. Obviously, it took a very long time for us to go ahead and check out everything. I mean, heck, we're at 3.5 hours between the last live stream and this live stream, so it's a big map. There's a lot going on here, but I think they did a great job with this. This has to be this has to be the best map that they've done so far, in my opinion. I think the additions that they added on, just the way the map looks now in comparison to the evolved counterpart, is just night and day. Really, it just shows how old the original map was, honestly. It really just shows its age. But again, kind of like what I said in the last live stream, in my opinion, I think every map that comes out here on Ascended should make the previous map on Evolved look old and aged, if I'm going to be honest. But I think this map really hit the mark on everything. I mean, we have enough similarity, which is cool, but they did go ahead and just... It's not a one-to-one remake, which is what we've seen on most of the other Ark maps, which I think I mentioned it a little bit earlier, or maybe it was in one of the previous videos. Ragnarok has to be the benchmark now, honestly. This map has to be the benchmark on when these kind of maps are made. We cannot have one-to-one remakes anymore. I mean, the island is the island. It's the same island we've dealt with for 10 years. There's nothing really added to it or anything like that. There's nothing to spice it up. Scorched Earth, kind of the same thing. I mean, granted, yes, we got Ascension, but is that enough to kind of consider it a new map? No. This map, though, oh my god, this is great. And they definitely will go ahead and do some really good stuff in the future with newer maps because, of course, we have Velguero and we have Fjordur coming out eventually, which is Nekatis. We know Nekatis is going to... We know he's going to kick ass on the maps. We don't really need to worry about that specifically. Lost Island, I really hope, is not a one-to-one remake because Lost Island is probably one of the... I don't want to say one of the worst maps. I don't want to say that. It's probably one of the least popular maps that people play on, and I think it was just simply because of timing. I don't think it has anything to do with that map. I think it just has to do with the fact that Fjordur came out a couple of months after it, you know, and Fjordur is just the greatest map here in Ark, let's be honest. But no, I think this map kicks ass. And kind of like what I was talking about in the previous live stream, when we kind of touched upon it here in this live stream, I am highly, highly considering taking this same character that we have right now and just moving him over here to Ragnarok instead of going ahead and continuing on the island. Obviously, guys, the island is the island. It's going to be there when we get back, let's put it that way. But, yeah, I mean, this map just has everything that we want, honestly. And, of course, too, we could eventually take all that stuff that we get from Ragnarok and bring it on back. And then on top of that, guys, we have a fresh new boss on this map. It is a brand new friggin' Ice Queen that we would have to take on. It's an Ice Wyvern Queen. I want to make sure I get that right. I don't want people to think that there's a big, like, death worm thing that we got to kill. But, yeah, no. I mean, honestly, they did a great job with this. And, of course, too, obviously, we've just been kind of flying around and kind of kicking around, doing our own thing. So we haven't really gotten on the ground. We haven't gotten into the nitty-gritty, but I think they hit this one out of the park. I think you guys can agree, too. But yeah, we'll have to see what happens, of course. When it comes to the content creators and stuff like that, obviously I'm not going to speak for other people, but here's what I will say, guys. We're not stupid. We know that there's some people out there that we can get the greatest map of all time, and people are going to bash it, because unfortunately, negativity gets views on YouTube, and that's really what we're all here for, let's be honest, right? So there are going to be people out there that are going to bash this map. There are people out there that are going to say that, oh, there's issues with this and whatever. I mean, heck, we just did a 3.5-hour live stream between 2 live streams. I don't think I've seen anything too significant to basically say, oh, this map is ruined, oh, this map isn't good or anything. I have my couple of tweaks that I would prefer not to have in this game, but at the end of the day, I mean, it's little stuff. I just want to be able to get my rock carrots easier. I don't want to have to search as much for my friggin' rock carrots, if I'm going to be honest. I think there's a cave right over here, isn't there? Why do I feel like there's something? It's one of these waterfalls in the center canyon that has kind of a cave and everything. I don't know. But I like the couple of little touches that they've done with this map. I think having the... Actually, I kind of want to take a look over here real quick. Interesting. So they changed this to a land bridge. Huh. So if you guys aren't familiar, and the reason why there's this kind of barrier thing here, that's where you take on the ice... What is it called? The Ice Worm Queen or whatever? That's the place that you take it on, and it basically spits you out into the water here. Now this, I believe, used to be just like a bridge. It wasn't a land-made bridge or anything like this. I think it was like one of those rickety Indiana Jones bridges. Lack of better term, of course. But yeah. Overall, though, like I've said 100 times already, this map kicks ass. This looks great. I mean, look at this. Perfect segue to talk about how this kicks ass. I mean, look at this. Oh, looks great. But let me see if there's any other place that I'm thinking of that I'm like, oh crap, that's a good place to check out. Let's park up here just for a quick second. I'm going to pull up the map real quick just to see. But I mean, yeah, the canyon looks incredible. This map is massive. It's 144 square kilometers or whatever the heck they call it. It's insane size-wise. The Highlands just look so weird like this looking at it on a map. Oh my god. But let's see. Did we get all of them? I just want to make sure we looked at all of the... How do I move? All right, so something's up with the map right now. I can't really do anything. Oh, there we go. Okay. I don't know. Something's up. I don't remember these two islands being in original Evolve, so those might be the first two. This is obviously brand new. This is brand new. This is brand new. So maybe one of these used to be in Evolved and the other one wasn't? I'm not sure. Huh. Okay. Looking at the map-wise, so that is where... This is the main bridge. All right, so I think what we'll do is we'll kind of head back over to the jungle area, kind of the original area that we were in, because, heck, that's where I'm going to be spawning out of here anyways, honestly. Let's head over that way. So just to give us an idea, I kind of want to head in this direction. Yeah. Going to be going over a little bit of snow, but that's okay. But I think my biggest surprise so far when checking out this map has been just seeing like random wyverns around the area, which I like that. I really do. It's definitely a bit of a learning curve though to remember, okay, this mountain has wyverns on it, want to avoid that, but this area has wyverns, so want to avoid that. Like, I think the biggest surprise was when we went to the swamp to check out that new castle and wyverns everywhere. All poison wyverns, nevertheless. So, definitely got to keep that kind of stuff in mind. And yeah, speaking of which, okay, this was the mountain. Okay, I wasn't 100% sure, but yeah, there, yep. Is this the mountain? Yeah, this has to be. Oh my god, crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. All right, what are we at right now? This is considered Cold Eye Ridge at -5 degrees. You know what? We can pull this off. We're going to go inside of the ice cave. Just to take a look, of course. We're not going to do anything too crazy. Yeah. Now, in days of old, this was the entrance right here. It still is. Well, I want to check out those wyverns because I don't think those are ice wyverns. Because that is, funny enough, that was the thought that I had with the previous live stream. I'm like, oh, they put poison in the swamp. And then I'm like, okay, so maybe in the snowy regions, we'll only find the frost. And then, you know, maybe in the hotter regions, we find the fire wyverns. But I don't think that's the case. I think, I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know. We'll have to see. But we'll definitely take a look at that because that's something I was kind of intrigued about. But I do really like coming in here because, not now of course, unfortunately, but traditionally there's loot drops in here. If you guys know me, you guys know I love my loot drops. I think there's a loot drop over here, but this is a really good place to kind of come through, grab your loot, get the heck out. There was one right here. It's not here currently, or is it that? No, it's not here currently. Okay. There used to be one back here. It could also be that we haven't spawned this area in yet. Oh, there's one right there. Okay. There used to be one back here. And this was probably the easiest one to get to because there was nothing around. There it is, blue. Okay. It's a blue. It's nothing crazy, of course, but still good. There we go. Got ourselves a 216 Ascendant saddle. Oh, man. All right, I guess we're going trike taming at some point. Let's grab that other drop. Let's see what you got here. The only thing with this drop over here is you got to be careful of the bears in the area. So where are the bears? Oh, they're far out. We're fine. All right, yellow drop. that a raptor saddle? Really? Can I get better stuff, please? Like, don't get me wrong. I love the 200 armor, but yeah, it's a raptor saddle. Oh my god. All right, there's another one down here. Cool. And then there should be one up there, but we didn't see it initially. Okay, that's a good fur armor. It's going to take a lot of resources, but might be worth it. And then finally, we have right over here. Now, I don't know if this one spawned in yet. It should be... There it is. Now, if you want to get that one, but the bears are always going to be in the way, just take them off the cliff with you. There we go. There we go. Makes it easy. Yellow drop is ours. There's no other bears, right? It's going to be really awkward. Nah, there's... All right. Let's take a look at this one. Wow. Yeah, pretty good armor there, too. Of course, blueprints and everything, so we'll have to put a little bit of work to get that done. But, yeah, that's a pretty cool... That's a pretty good place to get loot. Just keep in mind, of course, you're in the middle of the snow. It's currently 1 degree. So yeah, make sure you have some stuff on there. But yeah, we're gonna try to get close to those wyverns a little bit. I want to see if they are in fact ice wyverns, because then that kind of solidifies it. Like, okay, ice wyverns and the ice... Oh shit, am I getting really close to these guys? Oh no, they're on that ridge over there. It's really weird which ridge they're gonna be on, you know what I mean? While we also have a Quetzal. Okay. Alright, is there anything... Yeah, there. Come on, stay in frame, stay in frame. It is. It's an ice wyvern. Oh, look! That's why they were in the area. Oh god, wait a second. I know we shouldn't be doing this. But what level is that one? Oh, come on. Give me the level of that one, please. Don't want to... Oh, come on. Come on. I just want to see what level they are. 185. Oh, come on. The red one's a 185. I just need to see what the green one is. Oh, my God. They keep going out of render. You know what? If they keep going out of render... What if I grab the egg? Like, see, they keep going away. I mean, what level is the egg? It's a 185. Oh, crap. Do we do it? I think we do it. Go. Screw it. Go, 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 go. Oh, God, we're so screwed. We're so screwed. We're so screwed. They're out of render, though, so I'm wondering how this is going to work. All right, I'm going to get myself a countdown. In 10 seconds, they should be on us if they're coming for us. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They completely went out of render. Can I transfer this? That's a 185 ice wyvern? What? Oh, what the hell? And that's yellow with a ring around it. We're definitely going for that. Guys, we just got a 185 friggin' wyvern egg by doing nothing. By doing nothing, we just got a 185 wyvern egg. What the hell? I mean, like I said, guys, I 100% was not expecting to... By the way, if you guys weren't here for the last live stream, that is the castle over there that has poison wyverns around it. Don't go there. You have been warned. Look at all this stuff. Jesus. Oh my god, so many wolves. And they're going straight for where my loot drop is. Wonderful. All right. Well, I might know what the next Ark Survival Ascended episode is going to be. It's going to be hatching that Wyvern egg. Oh, shoot. Okay. I need to get to this before the wolves come in. Gotta be quick. Also, too, we're pretty heavy. Let's do that. Yep, there we go. Okay. Just give me everything, and then we'll figure it out in my inventory. Go, 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 go. I thought I saw... Maybe not. I thought I saw a little bit of a tail of one of those, are they called drakelings? There it is. Yeah, look. I'm not going to tame one of these, because these guys are not a nightmare or anything. We got the wolves after us. Okay, let's go. All right, we've overstayed our welcome. That's okay. But yeah, look at that. We actually got some pretty good stuff here. Fur gauntlets. Nice. Nice. Fur gauntlets. Oh my god. Wait. Where's my kibble? Oh no, my kibble's still here. Thank God. I don't think I had that much kibble. I think we had a lot more than that. I think we were in the 20s. This freaking Argent ate my kibble. Shoot. It's okay. I mean, I caused it. It's fine. Should have kept up on that. Kibble should be in my inventory, let's be honest. Let's do that now. Come on. Thank you. Yeah. Let's just move that over to my inventory. That should not be in the Argent's inventory. That was my bad. There is another spot over... Actually, there's a couple more spots that I'm realizing now. There is a area over here that had water. Yeah, here it is. I remember this being a bit of a fishing spot. Yeah, looks nice. I always wanted to make a base here on Evolved. What is that in the water? Is there a raptor? What's a raptor doing in the water? 2 raptors. Okay. Okay. So yeah, they made this spot a little bit bigger because I always wanted to make a base here on Ragnarok, but there was never enough space. They kind of spaced it out a little bit here. Cool. Okay. We're going to take this path down because I think this is going to lead us to a spot. There was a spot on Evolve that had... It was really, really green. Like, it popped color-wise. And I'm pretty sure if we follow this here, it's going to take us to that spot. I'm kind of curious. It was like a ton of waterfalls. There was a pink blossom tree in the middle. It looked really freaking nice, honestly. If not, we'll basically get over to the coast, and then I'll kind of figure it out from there where I need to go. Might be right down here. If it is, they got rid of the blossom tree, which is a bit unfortunate. But I could be in the wrong spot. Yeah, no, this isn't it. Maybe. Got a little bit of a waterfall going on here. No, but this is still a really cool spot, actually. This might be it. This might actually be the spot that I'm thinking about. But they got rid of the pink blossom tree, which is a bit unfortunate if it is. If you guys know what I'm talking about, let me know if I'm in the right spot or not. I think I am. think I'm in the right spot. And yeah, I think they did get rid of it. Kind of stinks. Because I'm pretty sure it was this right here. Like these trees right here specifically were the ones. One of them was a pink blossom. Ah, that's going to be a bit unfortunate if they did that. Huh. Anyways. Is that a Novus? Holy crap. 140 Ovis. Nice. But yeah, I definitely will say that the one difference that I see from the Evolved version to the Ascended version is, especially when playing with kind of my setup and everything and having evolved with HDR and all that kind of stuff, the certain areas that popped. I mean, it was like a really, really deep green and everything. I'll admit, in comparison, this is probably a little more subdued than what it is on Evolved, but at the same time, I mean, just the way the map looks, it looks so much better, honestly. This looks so much better than the Evolved version. But yeah, I mean, yeah, this looks great. I'm going to try to avoid getting into fights. That would be great, too. But there is one more spot that I want to check out. We're going to pass the obelisk. We're going to go down a little bit further. Because I want to see how this spot looks. I'm pretty sure they showed it off in the trailer, too. So I think it's going to look really, really nice. But it could potentially be a really good starter base location. But of course, we are getting to night again. It's 17:21. Oh my god. We spent like 3 days on Ragnarok already. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. But so far, how are you guys liking Ragnarok? Did they actually keep this? Oh, we gotta check this out. Come on. Did they really keep this? They did. They took out the people. Oh, no, they didn't. Oh, God, they kept the person in, too. Wow. Got a picture of the map. The newer map, they changed it. Interesting. We got a chair. Can I sit here? No, I can't. Are these breakable? These are breakable. Okay. Do you get anything interesting or unique from them, or is it just what we got in Evolved? Yeah, it's just... Why does it look like that can go deeper back there? Oh, no, it's dark. That's it. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, so they kept that. That's interesting. They kept this one here. I completely passed over this guy. Sorry, dude. Completely missed you. I'm going to be honest, I kind of wish they did something else with this area. It is kind of cool that they have this. But at the same time, I was kind of hoping for a little bit more with this area, but they did a one-to-one with that one. That's okay. Yeah, this area looks nice too. Wow. Oh, we got a structure here. That's interesting. Maybe this was here in Evolved. I can't actually remember. All right, so what am I looking for now? There is... yeah, what's this area down here? What's that? All right, so we just got kind of like a pillar in the ground right here. Okay. But yeah, from what I remember, I feel like there's a spot. Yeah, it's right here. Yeah, this was always a pretty cool starting base location too. Just right under here. You can even go above if you want. This was really cool. But yeah, this looks so nice. This whole map just looks nice. And I know, of course, guys, I know we're kind of just going around checking things out here and there, but... and I know we can never really go ahead and cover 100% of the map, of course, but Dinotheriums on the beach? What? That's crazy. That's a little crazy. You get killed by a Dinotherium on day one? Oh my god. Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know if I agree with that. That's got to be switched, right? Okay, what is going on with the weather right now? It's like a foggy... well, it is turning over to night, so maybe that's what it is. But there's another spot that I'm looking for here. It was a... there's the waterfall. Okay, I know where we are. Okay. Yeah, this is the spot. I remember always wanting to do something over here too, because you kind of have these little pieces of land, right? And then you also had just this open gap. So I always wanted to do kind of like a little footbridge or something to go over from like one side to the other. I think there was a total of 3 little islands though, which either they changed or I'm not remembering it correctly. Huh. But I do remember when, this was a while ago, when I first started playing Ragnarok back on Evolved, I'm pretty sure you can find your boa here. This was one of the spots that you can actually find them at. I don't know if it's still the case in Evolved. Maybe it is. Maybe there are Jerboa here and I'm just not seeing them, but... yeah, this area is cool. And then, of course, we got Viking Bay down here, which, of course, we looked at. This was one of the first spots that we looked at in the first live stream. And, yeah, this map is great. This map is awesome. All right. Well, here's what we're going to do, guys. I'm going to start heading back to the obelisk. At this point, guys, we've pretty much covered not 100% of the map, of course, because, of course, there is caves and stuff that we didn't really check out and all that kind of stuff. But I think we got a decent amount of the map. I mean, if we go ahead and kind of look here, I mean, we covered a decent amount of this, honestly. Oh, my God. But I think what we're going to do, guys, is I am going to wrap up the live stream here. I'm going to make my way back over to the island. We're going to kind of think about, all right, do we want to continue the series on the island or do we want to move our character over here? If we do want to move our character over here, am I going to come over here with nothing, just my character level, which is 88 currently, I believe? Yes, it's currently level 88, and we kind of just start fresh at level 88, or do we bring some tames over and we kind of do all that? So I think what I'm going to do after the live stream probably will be tomorrow morning at some point. I'll put out a post to you guys kind of asking the question, what should we actually do? Because I am kind of thinking about maybe coming over here. Now, granted, we do have the Wyvern egg. So maybe we hatch that, and then that's the only thing we bring over to us, because, gonna be honest, I really do want to have a Wyvern over here. Or maybe we build up our character, and that's a reward. Like, we'll go back to the island, we'll pick it up and bring it back. Not sure yet. We'll have to figure it out. But I do feel that our series on the island will be coming to a close for a little while, and I think we are going to be making the move over here. But ultimately, guys, that is going to be up to you. Like I said, I will be putting out probably a couple of polls here and there to kind of figure out what the consensus is. But I'm excited to see what you guys are thinking. I'm excited to see where we take this series and if we do end up coming over here, because this map is gorgeous. I know I've said it 100 times in this. I know you guys have probably even thought it 100 times. This map looks great. This is so much better than any other map that Ark has brought out so far. And I'm excited to be over here for a bit and see what you guys think. But that is going to wrap up this live stream, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I will see you all in the next one.